Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video where last time we got the gears kind of spreading apart and going back, and we got the people appearing and disappearing. We got kind of a pattern going on now. We got a template, and we're getting along pretty well. A lot of struggling trying to find the dimensions of everything, but aside from that, everything's going really well. To kickstart off, I want to do another shout out. You can go to tomcotech.io. You can go to Guides, Motion Canvas Projects, and Gears to see the project page for this. We got part 1, part 2 up already. And all the source code that for this video is right here. I will also mention that given the rawness and roughness of the series of either 3 or 4 parts, I'm going to, at the very end of it, redo the entire series to be a little bit more polished. So if you like more polished content, wait for that to come out. If you like to watch me struggle, and if you like to watch what it's like to be a real developer, learning something for the first time and going through all the struggles that entails, then stick around. I'd love to have you. It means a lot to me. And let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is a little bit of refactoring. So right now we have the gear template in the gear folder, the person template in the person folder or directory. And while yes, that works, and I initially thought maybe I'd have multiple gear template objects, maybe an inner object and an outer object. It looks like we're just going to have just a handful of templates, and I don't really like the look of it anymore, long story short. So we're going to refactor this a little bit more. And I'm going to move this out, the person's template out. Yes, always. Delete these 2 folders. And now we just have components, gear template, components, person template. It's a little bit easier now to work with. And it seems like I broke Motion Canvas, so let's restart. Seems like I definitely broke Motion Canvas. Oh, forgot to save probably. That was probably it. Yes, we're still holding on to the old stuff. And there we are. Just had to refresh a few times. And everything is working. So if I go over here, I was thinking about a few things, and I still want to have an index template. We got the gears, we got the person. Now let's work on the arrow template. So I'm going to go to Components, New File, Arrow Template.tsx, and like we did with persons, for example, I'm just going to copy person's template, paste it down here for arrow template, rename it to be arrow, and then go down here, copy this, and rename this to be arrow, and rename this to be arrow. And we're just going to do a template where the arrows jump from one person to the other, and we're going to at least start with the arrows. We'll come back for the words and how we're going to go about doing that. I got some ideas. It might not match the video exactly, but I got some ideas. So I can collapse the gear template, collapse the person's template, and like anything that we normally do here. We need to put a create ref for node, and we can call this, let's call them main. Let's have a main page and a sub page, because if you look at the video, those are people. I want to call these the main arrows because they're the big ones. And if we keep on going, I'm going to call these the sub arrows. Main arrow, let's go left first. And let's use that to template out the arrow. Now we copied the person's template, so let's just copy that down here as well. And then we want to call this arrow ref. And then we want arrow template. And yes, this is TypeScript, so that doesn't really work there because I don't have an arrow ref, arrow ref, arrow ref, arrow ref. And then we just need to have a position. So if we go to over here, this is where we were left off last time to try to figure out how we're going to do the arrows. That's really what we wanted. So in the arrow ref, this is a quad Bezier that we wanted. So let's see. So yield Bezier end 1 1 start 1 1 2 0 1. So it looks like it's, oh, okay. So this is saying that we're going to have the end of the arrow be at 0.0, and now we want the end of it to be at 1, and then we're going to move it backwards. Yeah, we're not doing any of that cool, fun animation stuff. I'm just doing it this way. Scale, going to put 1 so we can actually see it. Oh, yes, I want to save. There you go. Okay. Ref. I don't need a reference to the quad Bezier because I'm doing the reference to the whole node. And there'll be 2 objects in here, the quad Bezier, and then we'll have another node for the text, like we did for gear template, and then that will also have a position. Now if we were to see what we just did, you would see nothing. Now here I'm going to get rid of the video for the time being. There's our people, and it goes for some time, and there it is. So now we're going to put this back. And then we want this to, I guess we do actually, we draw them out, don't we? Yep, we do draw them out. So maybe we do need a ref to this actually. Let's see. Right now the position is there. I'm going to have this seems to be in the middle about. I'm going to have this position be 0, 0. Okay. And then I'm going to change this to be negative 100, negative 200, 500, 450. Okay. And then I want the positive 300. Nope, I don't know why positive and negative is always flipped for me. 200. 150. Okay. We're making better progress. I'm just going to, here I'm going to say 400. If I want, there's 400. 400, 450 is about right here. Okay. Let's see. What's this thing? Yep. Let's see. We go from here to here. Oh no, what just happened? I think this is a good place. So then we're going to go from negative 200, negative 255, negative 255, negative 200, and then we go to 0. Okay, and then we want to go to all the way up here. So maybe 5, 10, 20. I think that's about right. And then this one, let's try 19. That's right. And then we want to go negative 100. Oh no, negative 10. 40. 30. 20. I think that looks good. It's not going to be perfect because actually, I go 0. I'm gonna go, let's go 200. $210? Nope, 210. 205? Try and get into that right exactly how it is. Let's scale this to maybe 5, maybe 8. We scroll in. Negative 5, negative 10, 30, 20, 10, getting closer. Nope, 13. I'd say that's close enough. And then I want this to be 0.9. There we go. And then I want to put an arrow on here. think last time I had arrows. There it is. It's either going to be a start arrow or an end arrow. So let's try start arrow first. Nope. It is end arrow. And then we have an arrow size that we have to deal with too. Let's see what an arrow size does. Okay. So 9.5. Let's at least make the tip right. And then 9.2. 9.3. Okay, arrow size. Let's make it 30. 40. If I back out, now it's all about what looks good. So then if I take this back out, does that look good? Should I make it smaller? I think 20 looks good. Would have made this was not 93. I would make it a 1. We'll do that. And then, so let's go arrow what? So I want the whole thing to be referenced by it. And the reason for that is for making the animations, I can have the whole thing be visible or not visible. Let's go arrow group ref, arrow group ref, arrow group ref, and then we have arrow ref, and yeah, I'm gonna have word ref too, but I'm not gonna have those right this second. Okay, there's arrow ref. There's arrow. Okay. Let's at least try to get this good. Arrow ref. Arrow group ref. Main arrow left. Group, and we have main arrow left, and then this I have main arrow left, but this is going to be a type Bezier curve, or quad Bezier I should say. Okay. And so now I can go back to where we were at with this example, because this gives me exactly what I'm looking for. So now we want to play the video again so we can map it to the video. Yeah, it's, I can go green for now. If I really wanted to have those little spiky things, I would have to add my own shape here. So similar to how I did with the persons, where I have a spleen or spline, I would have to have a multi-point shape there at the end and have that appear when the animation for the line finished. I could do that, very easily could do that. I'm not going to bother for this tutorial, but just know that if you wanted to, you could. If you want it to be exact. Okay. So with that said, this, okay. So I'm pushing down the arrow key, looking at the time for the delay. I'm about to put another delay in here. Okay. There's 23 seconds. So 15 is when it starts. Minute 15. Wait. Okay. So this delay would be 1.25 for a minute 15, and I'm going to need to take the, let me look at what I have for arrow template. Do I have, I can say that this already exists, but the end, remember this is 0.93, is 0. So main arrow left. And then I want to change the end. 0.93. Let's see what happens. I'm not seeing anything. Maybe because I didn't save it. So let's try this again. Okay. So in the original animation, the black goes down, it's just a line, and then it opens up. I'm just open up the entire time. I could theoretically have it so that the end appears at the end, or the arrow appears at the end. But do I really care about that? Also, does this start slightly earlier? Let's at least get the timing part right. Let's go 5, and then this is done in half a second. Okay, this is definitely finishing a little bit on the faster side. Let's make it a second. Still faster, let's make it 2 seconds. let's go back down to 1.5. Okay, so we are finishing about the same time. Feels like it's... It doesn't do it the same speed as the other one. I'd have to do some sort of... What is it called? I have to do the timing function differently. Let me see what this looks like. Without the video. No, I kind of like it. And then what about the words? When do they come in? Arrows finish, and then the words appear at the same time. So then I am pointing roughly the same place. Slightly different arrows, but we're more mathematical. I think she used mathematical ones too, but I don't know. But I think that should be good. It's about the same. Okay, so I'm going to leave that the way it is. And actually, we'll see. I might get rid of this upper node, but I really don't know right now. We'll see how when I flip it, how it turns out. That should be there. That should be there. And then I'm going to copy these and change left to right, left to right, and then down here, left to right, left to right, and then down here, right after that is done. So that would make it, what, 3, because we have 1.5s when we start. It takes 1.5, so 1 plus 5 plus 1.5 is 3. So you would get that starting. Oh, I have that twice. There we go. So then that draws, that draws. Is this one more seamless, where there's no pause? That draws, yep, slightly, there's a slight delay, I feel. Yeah. So I'm gonna make this like a 2.9. So it just feels like it's smoother. .75. 2.5. That seems a little bit better. And then I want to flip it. And so then with a node, I can do a rotation. Rotation of the whole thing. And this would be a number in 180. Yes. Position, rotation, rotation, and then in here I'll have rotation equals rotation. And this is just signal value number. Oh, rotation, rotation. I want 0 rotation. Okay. So it's not necessarily just rotations enough, because technically that is a rotation. Is there a thing to flip this? I don't think what I'm looking for is here. It very well could be. Okay. So because I wanted was just a arrow template object that I can then reproduce, modify, turn, but that's not going to work out how I intended. Think if I can get rid of P. Oh, I can't just do that. Okay, I need P0, P1, P2. Things are always a little bit more complicated than what they seems to be. I think negative 180 will just do the same thing, yeah. I really need to flip it. Let's see. Flip. Okay, this is all talking about knots, and I think I'm going to have to design this method slightly different to how I had it designed before. And now we just sit here and think about how we want to do this. Oh yes, I could do this and then arrow. Can I put false? True. Okay. Gonna mess up down here. Because I don't want end blah blah blah, start blah blah blah, and have to keep track of all of that. Let's try it this way. Instead of doing the rotate, let's see what the other ones all look like. This is a reverse. That's not a reverse. That's not a reverse. So I just have 3 out of the 4 that are mirrored. I'll do this. I'll have the rotation. Did I spell mirrored correctly? Yep, I spelled mirrored correctly. I'm not going to mirror that. I am going to mirror this. Rotation. Mirrored. I'm keeping rotation. Why isn't type single value number? Number is not. Okay, let me just put number then. Okay, I had that. Okay, maybe I did. Sorry about that. Hit the microphone. I think I had number as an uppercase number. So we got rotation, we got position, we got scaled. Now we want mirrored. And for mirrored, take this, mirrored. If mirrored is true, and I'll use this. If mirrored false, I'll go with that. Likewise, if mirrored is true, I'll go with this. There we go. And then the end arrow is always that. And this should fix my issue. There we go. That's better. I just need to change the position a little bit to better align with what I'm doing. All these different tricks when it comes to programming. Trying to find a elegant solution. Oh no. You're joking. I really hope that matches. Let's go 2400, maybe 380. Let's go 20, 10, 100. It might. 70, 60. Ooh, we're getting closer. Let's go 70. Oh, it's so close. You have different. Okay, they're different. Mathematically, they're different. But it still has the same kind of feeling to them. So I'm going to go with this. I'm also going to, based on the last test, I'm going to change this to 25. So it's slightly faster. We'll get this right. People. I don't notice a difference. Boom, boom. And it flows right through. No issues. Yeah. That looks good. That looks real good. I'll keep those green for there. And then, how do they disappear? Okay. The people disappear, and then they just fade. Well, the people disappear over here. Gears. Okay, so I'm going to do a slight delay, so like 19.5. I'm going to have, I think everything faded at once. Yeah, it did. So I'm going to have my left arrow group here. And then my right arrow group opacity. Let's see. And then after a little bit, people will disappear. People will disappear. There he goes. I think that's pretty good. I think that matches what the video does. Let's play it and tell and see. Yeah, I know the timing's a slightly off, but I'm not going to bother. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. And the different groups themselves disappear, so that way the words inside the group also disappear. I could get rid of the group reference altogether and all at the same time have both the quad Bezier and the words disappear at the same time, but I'd have to lift it multiple times. Either way would work. This is just the approach I am going to take. Okay. Next, we have over here. And now I have to model each and every one of them. Okay, let's start over here. And so I have right arrow, left arrow. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can have 5 more groups. 1, and you could just do this as an array of items if you really wanted to. And it really all matters of how you want to go about it and do it. Okay, so let's go sub arrow. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On arrow 1. Okay. I'm actually gonna repaste those. Two, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. I don't have 6, I have 5. Okay, so group 1. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. So there we are. That looks like it's, what's the rotation? 45? Nope, it is, let's go, we have 45, 90. 270 is the other way. Plus 45. What is that? Let's see. This would become a 5. And then this would become a 31, I believe. 315. Yep, there we go. And we're not mirrored. So we're good there. Now we just need the scale. I'm just going to put any for right now. Scale is possible vector 2. These are all scale of 1. This was a scale of 1. This was a scale of 0.5, maybe 0.75, maybe. Let's go 3. Nope. Okay, let's go 300 exactly. And then let's go 100 exactly. 75. 50. That's better. And then I want to go, let's go 60. Oh no. And this is the curve of what I wanted to do is going to prove difficult to have these exact numbers here. Causing myself more pain than harm, I think. But I'll still try. 2, nope. 3. Let's go down first. I think that's more important. 3. Am I actually at 0? No, but close enough. $3.10. $3.20. 15. Okay. So you wanted to come here, go there. I'm a little bit more down, and I'm over. At this point, I feel like the right thing to do, let's see, are they all the same? They look all the same though. Is either go back, mimic the bigger ones based on the smaller ones here, or in here have an array of P0, P1, P2, and then I have to modify those values for every single one. And if that's the case, I might as well just do line width for all of them. And at some point, it's like, what's the difference between having just a regular Bezier here versus not? Becomes a challenge. becomes a real difficult issue. You want everything to be perfectly aligned, but it's not going to be that way. Let's try going on the assumption that all those are the same and there's more of them. Let me try real quick. To try to figure out what this is. Let's go 5, 20. I don't notice any difference. 300. Oh, because it's not mirrored. I'm over here. There it is. Let's go. Start with 200. Maybe -10. Okay, let's go 19. Let's go now to 20. Let's go 18. Let's go down to 30. I think that point's perfect. Kind of. Yeah, close enough. And then we want to go down here. I'm going to do 10. 10. 20. 15. It's a little challenging because everything's slightly different angle in math. I think that's good. And then we want to change here. Let's see, 25. Let's go 30. 50. No, wrong way. 0. Let's go. Oh, even better. I'm gonna go with this. So then this gets saved here. And this gets put here. Let's see what that does with the beginning part now. Okay, so slightly different, slightly off. That's okay right there. Let me go back to fit to zoom. Okay. Slightly off. Right now I'm trying to decide if I should keep it this way or if I should have the array that I talked about before, because that would get rid of the mirrored thing as well. thinking about this, I think I'm going to keep it the way it is. It's not perfect, not great, but I think I'm going to keep it. Okay. So then delay. Those get made. And then I'm going to take one of these, plop them right here. Let's call this a 21 for the time being. Sub arrow 1. $35. Forget how I had this now. That does not seem what I had before. Oh, I had this set to 1, didn't I? $25. 40. 20. I'm going to keep that. And now let me back up to how it was. Oh boy. This screen is okay. That is okay. It should be more up because we're pointing at the blue wheel. It's fine. Trying to, I want to try to use templates. This is just the pain of using templates sometimes. No, did I get that right? Accidentally. Yeah, I'm going to call that right. Or let me go 20. Let's try this again. 20.5. Oh, no. Stop. Save. Nope, really just 21. I might mark this back down as 1. Let's go 2. Yeah. So there's that one. And because I did the way I did this, I should be able to change this to 2. 2, 2, 2. Scale's the same. Rotation is, what is it? 90 plus 15. Okay, all okay. This is 105. I wanted this to be easy. 10, 100. Oh no. I hope I'm not seeing things. Okay, so 105, 110, 115. 125, 135. That's better. Let's go 200. Nope, 250. No, 150, I'm sorry. 140. Good. 175. No, too much. 180. 5. Each line is different. I don't know how I want to feel about that. I would have to do this for each and every line to make it perfect. At that point, what's the reason for having position? Because position is just going to make it more complicated, I think. Let me go back here and fix what I have. If this is the fix we're going to do. So we have arrow position, arrow position, and then I need a array of number. Is that valid? Arrow position. I'm going to take this. I'm going to come that out. Position. I get rid of altogether. Arrow position, rotation. It doesn't really make sense to have a rotation anymore either. Or mirrored. Get rid of all that. And just have arrow position. And arrow is true. Arrow size, I'm going to keep as 20. I'm still going to have that. So P0 equals arrow position 0, 1, 2, 1, 2. So then up here, we have arrow position. And now I need to do some math, because this was not mirrored, this was regular 1. So I need to apply those numbers to the different components. And so I need, it's not mirrored, so let's go negative 200, 0, negative 20, negative 200, and then 213, 0. Okay. There you go. Where is this supposed to be? It's not an array of numbers, it's an array of single value possible vector 2. There you go. You don't need that, you don't need that. Now I just need to add that to that. So this was what, 650 and negative 155, and then this was 470, 355, oh geez, 155, this is negative 450 plus 212. To break it down, because I can't do mental math right now, it would be negative 250 plus 13. Then it would be, right? Yeah. And then this would be 4 plus that. So then this would be 37. 237. Okay. I'm going to leave that up there just in case my math was off. Those can be removed. These I'm just going to comment out for right now, because I am not on those yet. Okay. So this was mirrored, yes. So then we got 205, 15. No. I did it based off of this, didn't I? Or did I not? No, I'm good. I did it based off of here because that's why there's a 3 down here. I think we're good. We got 213. We'll find out. 213, 0, negative 20, negative 220, negative 200, 0. You know what? I'm just going to go 360, 70, plus 360, plus 70. I'll do the math later. Plus 360, 70. Arrow position is undefined. Where is it undefined? Arrow position, arrow position, arrow position, arrow position. Oh, it's down here. This delay. Okay. So I just didn't flip that yet because I was rotating it around. Okay. So this is good. Well, the only reason why there's a scale is because of line width. And arrow size, I guess. I'll just keep scale there. I might have to change it. If I go back to here, so I do have so I want let's try 100. 200. 30, 50, 70, right? 75. Let's go 55. No, I think 50 is good. This is garbage now. I don't need that. And then right here, I'm going to do what, 300? 600, 600, 500, 550, almost 560. I think that's good. And then this would be 80, 100, 140. Nope. 130, 120, 65, 63. Okay. So that's that. And then this would be what? 300? And then this would be let's see, I want this to be what, 400, 350 about. And then I want this to be what, 200. I hate Bezier curves. They mess with you so much. Nope. Nope, I need need this to go 29, 27, 28. And then I can go over here, go back to this one. 5, 80, 90, 70, and this one to be 0. This may be 65. No, I think 70 is good. 45, 50, 40, 30, 20, 5, 70, nope, 85. I'm gonna call that good. Yeah, I'm gonna call that good. If I can go back here, go back to zoom to fit. Yeah, it's a little fast. Yeah, that's a little fast. I'm still gonna keep it. Okay. So now we have, this doesn't make any sense anymore because of how everything was rotated. Also don't need circle. Or this. Or range. Or create ref. And I'll clean the rest up later. And then we can I think this is going to yell. Yeah, because I don't have this one. Mirror rotation doesn't make any sense anymore. I want array position. Where is it? Let's go negative 200. This would be positive 200. And this let's just put 200. Just so I have something on the screen. Okay. Negative 200, negative 300. 400, 600, 800, nope, 700, 600, nope, backwards, 75, maybe, and then this is, I guess, going down, which is positive, which makes no sense to me. Okay, let's go 5, 9. Keep that for now. And then over here, let's see. You would need probably negative 100. And this would probably be negative 750. 720. 650. 450. 50. 490. Okay. 200. Okay, we're getting better. So then between here, I'm going to guess 500. And then I'm going to guess 0. Negative 100. Negative 200. 500. 400. 400. 300. 400. 100. 300. 500. 600. 700. Okay. 200. Ooh. Oh, 5. Let's go back to 500. Nope. 450. 450. 440. Good, 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 good. And then fun part is I'm doing all this to 95% of the line. At this point, it could just be 100% of the line. And I recalculate everything. I don't want to have to recalculate everything. I'm just going to leave it as 93. No, I should put it as 1. 1 is the correct way. This means I have to go back and fix the first 2 arrows again. Let's go 3. Let's go, nope, let's go 2. Let's go 4. 6. 7. 8. 8. 75. Okay. 72. 9. 8. 5. Almost. 3. 4. 5. 5. Nope. 80. Hey. 90. 110. 5. 60. I'm keeping it. I think that's perfect, actually. I'm going to go back over here. The first one again. Let's go 20. 30. 40. 50, 60, 70, 80, and if I move this over to 5, let's say, maybe 90, ooh, 95. I move this to 60, 360. I'm keeping it 55 maybe. And this needs to move back to 90, 85, 60. Yeah, I'm keeping that. And then down here, move this closer to center, which would make this maybe 50. No, that's down. I need this to go down, which would make it maybe more 90. 110. Might be better. Oh, not even done with the whole line. Now let's go. 100. Let's move it back close to center. Maybe this is a 50 now. Yes, I probably could do the math. Let's bring this up to 90. Bring this down to a 40. 30. Let's go 40 again. That's good. This right here, I'm going to bring to 20. Nope. Let's bring it back to 25. Let's bring this to 70. 75. 70. Let's go this to a 20. And probably I could bring it down to a 73. 72. So I want to leave it. That's going a little bit faster. And it's through these manipulations, playing around the actual values. This is how you actually get things figured out. Okay. Seem to fit. And I'm going to go up to the one over here that says produce. Make sure this is visible. Okay. So first one we want is over here. So I'm going to actually take this, put this here, and take this and put this one here. Okay. So now our beginning is right here. I want to move it down. So let's go 200. Get my left and rights mixed up, I guess. 200, let's go 250. Now we want to bring this down, so maybe this will be a positive 130. That's better. 140. 150. 70. 45. 30. 20. 65. Nope, I want 70. 80. And then we want to take this over here and make it what? I need to be over this way more, but not as much, so maybe 600. That might be closer. And then over here, I am 180. Maybe what? 300? Let's go 400. Let's go 500 over here. Let's go 550. 525 for now. 450. Okay. Looking good, leave that alone. Here, somewhere in between, let's go negative 300. Nope. Let's go 400. 500. That looks better. And right here, let's do 350. 450. 550. 650. 400. 300. 550. 450. 250. And this goes, what is this one? 45. And then we want to do 45, 40. Bring this back. 35. Bring it back some more. Nope. Let's go 45. What if I do 45 here? What difference does that make? Can I go back to 40? I think I'm going to leave it. And we get 3 more to do. Isn't this fun? Three, 3, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got 3. Yes, I know. 4 and 5 aren't shown. That's fine. Okay. So for the first part of it, which is the end over here, I like the starting position here. So I'm going to take this, move that there, but I want a little bit lower. So let's go 500. Let's go lower even more, 600. 550. 560. That looks good. 520. Does this actually help at all? No, it doesn't. Because I have to double because I'm doing a scale. Actually, let's try it. Negative 266. $532 is what it's saying. $532 and what? 280. Yeah, that's about right. And then over here, what? Negative 82. Negative 164. And then what? 342. 342. 648. Let's see if this helps. Not really. but it's better than nothing. Let's go 7. Let's go 5. 4. Bring this to 70, 60, 700. Oh. 5, 6, 5, 6. Bring this up. Maybe 690. 690, 680. Bring this down to what? 70, 80, 90, 5, 45, 40, 35. 800, 30, 25. I'm going to leave it. Now I need 4. So here, let's start off with 0, 0, see where that gets us. 0, 0 is right here. Let's go negative 100. Okay, let's go 400. That's a little bit better. Let's go 5, 400, 400. Ooh. 390. 420. 430. Okay, that's a little bit better. So then if that's 430, let's get this to 100. Maybe. And then that's 390. Maybe this will be a 392. That's close enough. And then let's just do this 390. And let's do this, so what, 300? $380. $400. $600. Okay. $550. Let's go 70. Let's go 50. 350. 320. 300. 305. Okay, I'm liking this so far. This needs to go down though more. And over. Let's go 85. 80. Yeah, it's good. And then this needs to come up a little bit, so let's go 45. This needs to go to 70. Okay. 250. 225. Okay, I'm liking that. Almost. Let's go 35. Keeping it. And as you see, over time, you'll do this enough where it will just become a very easy, trivial matter. Once you've gotten yourself in groove, in the rhythm. Do I hate this? Oh, absolutely. But this is what it's like. Okay, so over here we want to start off with what? 375? What was it? 375, that's like 750, just to get an average idea. And that'd be negative 420. Negative 420. Okay. And then we want over here, probably a 700. Probably a 600. 500. And then we want maybe a negative 300. 200. 250. And then we want this one maybe 450. 400. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this back up. Let's go negative 100. Ooh. Let's go 600. Let's go negative 130. 140. 180. Okay, we're doing better. This needs to go up. So let's go 60. This needs to go over, so maybe 390, 70, okay. And this needs to get over, so maybe 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, ooh, getting real close. 70 is a little bit too much, maybe 65. I'm gonna keep it, there's this tail end up here. I admit it's good enough. Okay, and then when does this all disappear? Now really at this point it'd be easy to make the arrowheads properly as in what the base image has. Okay. I'm gonna say 58 is where it starts. One, two, three, 4, 5. Let's actually take a look to see what happens. This look better. People pop up. Arrows come. Words not there yet. Again, I don't care about the arrowheads. That could be a bonus exercise if you care about them. Everything vanishes. Good. That is a okay timing. And then at about 58-second mark, it should get smaller. Ooh, I think that's perfect actually. And then it repeats itself as it should, as a continuous loop. And that's why we're doing groups. This would be twice as long, twice as big if you didn't do a group. Okay, so now let's actually do the word part. Similar to how I did gears, there's a body section. I'm going to do words for this. Let's see, scale. I can do words. Words can be array, type string. And then in here, I can do word dot map. Actually, I can do blah blah blah. And then here I have W. Look like that. And I can actually just put my word there. And my word that I'm going to have here for the first one, I'm just going to go through all of these and just have an empty words list. Let's call the first one. First one is request. And then I can do the second one too. Response. So then what I can do is go to above here where the blue one was orange, and we had these texts. This is text. Text is whatever W is. $500 maybe. Hello. Let me make sure I. Okay, so there's hello, there's hello. Hello, hello. Why are there two, why does hello come twice? Oh. Because my visibility is for these is yeah, that makes sense. There's two hellos there, there's 5 hellos there, because those are the incoming parts, because I never put the opacity down to 0, not yet at least. And position equals 0, negative 500. Position is misspelled. POSITION. Let's put this, let's go negative 400. Negative 500. Let's put this 300. Let's just do 200 for now. Try to figure out why this doesn't work. And get this fixed a little bit. Okay, so why doesn't that work? Okay, so we can return value of hello, which then put W, which would be our response, and solve. Position can be word position. I'm going to go that's good enough to copy. I'm going to put my word position, and then this is not going to be an array, but just a single one. And then this negative 500, negative 200. Negative 500, negative 500, negative 200. And down here, I'm just going to put 0, 0, just as a default for everything. Okay. So then I want the word request to be up a little bit. 600. Nope. 500. I can actually just, what is it? 260? 460? Sorry. 460. Negative 300. 310. 320. That's going to be good enough. Also want to turn these back to black. Then we have response, which is 340. 240. 230. I shift this over to 5. 50. Okay, and you can see how some of the lines are overlapping quite nicely. The words over there are lapping over quite nicely. And we're good there. And then the opacity crap I can take care of later. Okay, and this goes to the next one. Let's see if there's multi-line strings. I'm hoping there's not. There probably is. And that's going to mess me up even more. Oh, of course there is. Okay. So let's go list topics consume. Can I put a new line? Ooh. I'm going to change words now to just be a string. I did not know that we can accept new line spaces or new line. Yeah, didn't realize we can accept spaces or new line characters. Sorry. So that is a game changer. And that is what I'm going to do. So much so I might actually go back to the logic. Up here we had multiple. I swear I tried this and it didn't work. Let me see if I can center. Middle. Properties. Okay, I don't see any sort of like justify or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to be creative with spaces, that's all. No biggie. Okay. So then this one, I don't know if that was, this takes into account the scale or not now. Hmm. 500. because I'm scaling this right now. If I change this to 200 or 2000. .75. Okay. If it's equal to 1. .5. 0.25. Raise these up. Negative 50. $60. 10. Let's go back down to 3. I'm going to keep it as 3. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm going to keep it at 3. Which really puts it as a 1.5, really. The font weight is scaled down by half, and then there's a lot of math in there. I'm going to keep it. Okay, so then the next one is produce. This is easy. This just goes down 100. Negative, what, 50? This goes down 100. 300. 400, nope. 350. 320. I like that. Negative 55. 60. Ooh, getting closer. 55. I'm gonna keep it. This one is validate, a new line, schema. It looks good so far. And then we had, so what? Negative 400. Oh, good. And what? We have 500, 700, 800, 850, 840, 830. Ooh, I like it. 410. Ooh, even better. I like it. Gonna keep it. Next we have get schema get schema what is it? ASCII for space. Why do I don't need ASCII? There's another symbol. Space. Not Unicode. Right here. I needed this one. Did that work? No. Okay. I'm gonna have to just live with that then. It's fine. 100, 600, 300, no, 300, 250. Okay, good so far. 50. Let's line it up with schema. 80, nope, too far. 40, 30, 20, 10. Yep, good. Last one is cluster info. And because of the whole like one space only issue, I'm gonna keep how everything else is, or else it's gonna look a little weird, like Kafka metadata microservice, or MS is gonna look slightly weird with not all aligned perfectly center. And while yes, I could do it for the rest of them, and I kind of did, except for the calculations of the different offsets. You could do that if you wanted to. I'm not going to bother. Let's go 100, 400, 800, 700, 600, negative 400, ooh, 380, 390, 410, ooh, 590. I'm gonna line with cluster. And there it goes. And then, so then I'm going to change the, down here, the opacity. start it off with 0. And then that goes away. So now we need to figure out, when do we want to bring everything? That's when that goes away. That's when that goes away. But when did it first come? Is what we need to know now. Four seconds, and it only takes 0.25. So I'm going to move this over to 4 seconds. And it only takes 0.25 for everything to come back. And I want this to go 1, 2, and not the arrow group, but the words themselves. Which means now we're ready for the word ref. Word ref. This will be txt. Word ref. Word ref. And now we need to go back through here. Word ref. And I'm just going to word ref, word ref, word ref, word ref, word ref, ref, okay. And then here, so I can go const. GXT. I have TXT up there. Right. Now I take this, go paste it, paste, paste, paste. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right. One words. Run words. 2 words. 3 words. 4 words. 5 words. So it is words and words. Bring it on, and then there's the arrows. And the words appear around the same time. That's close enough for me. Everything vanishes, spreads apart. There's my arrows. There's those words that appear. Okay. My words aren't there because I did not set them. So let's look at this. Arrows, arrows, arrows. And then we want, let's just use this one. Forwards, forwards. 1, 2, 4, 5. Perfect. $23. Okay, let's watch the whole thing again. My arrows, words, everything vanishes, moves, words. They appear around the same time. That's good enough. Let's see, are we gonna get it done? And at 58, things should start disappearing. Things start disappearing, everything comes back together, and I think we did it. It took us 3 videos, close to, what, 7 to 9 hours of coding, debugging, doing all of this stuff just to get this figured out. Does it match 100%? No. No, it does not. But that's okay. For the goal of this video series, or for the goal of this video, we essentially got there. I'm going to say that's a success. You could go above and beyond. You could try to match every little detail to the original video. I'm not going to. That will literally take, I think, another 2 to 3 hours, and I don't want to spend that on here. But you're more than welcome to. And this is everything without the background video, just to admire the masterpiece. Okay. All the lines good. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, cluster image and info and get schema could be a little bit better, but it's pretty good, I would say, all things considered. Okay. Then everything disappears, comes back together, and it repeats itself. That's a wrap. That's it. So let me get rid of this stock. Let me get rid of this video. I do not need this video anymore. I can delete that. And to finish off the video, to render it, you just click render, make sure it's video. I have 60 frames per second. Let's render. And let's see how long it takes to render and see the final image or video. I am very happy right now. then you should be too if you followed along. Nice. I'm very happy. Looks like we have about 46 seconds for it to fully render and put everything together. This is good. This is very good. And it fully rendered. And if you go over here, output, projects, you can actually watch the finished video in 1080p, 60 frames a second. If I wanted to make this a 4K video, what I would have to do is change the resolution here to be the format of 4K. The only issue when you do that is you did everything based on pixels, and now everything is slightly off. So what you need to do if you're going to do this kind of math like we did is I would recommend having either some sort of function or algorithm or something set up so that you can put in the, let's say, 1080p picture video resolution and do everything by 1080p, but then it converts itself when you plug in what resolution you have, or it looks in the configuration file, and it automatically gives you the correct values for what you're looking for. If that doesn't make sense, write something in the comments saying, hey, I don't understand what you're going on about, you're rambling too much, and I can make a quick video to show you that little trick. But if it makes sense, then great. So this has been going on for about 2.5 hours. We got a successful video. We're good there. What we can do is clean some things up a little bit. So I'm going to go through all my files and clean up anything that's not being used is the first thing I'm going to clean up. There's only really three files here. This is some really long stuff. Those are all fine. People templates, they're good too. These gear templates that when we first started off, we put this body in here. Not great. Not the best thing to do. And why we could extract this into its own file and call that in here. It might look even neater and nicer. I think it's good the way it is, actually. Maybe it's not. We'll see. Yeah. There's lots of room for optimizations. This could be another array, and then you optimize in the array. It just changes the Y position every time, and then you have a node that you control the global position for. That's something that we could have done here in the array. I could have had an array where it sets the Y by 50, and then a position where I set that whole node object. That's one thing that we could have done differently. And then you have all these different references. They could simply be an array of references. Maybe that would be easier. And then we could also have combined these all into a general index file. So right here, for example, it's all one index file. And the way you would do that probably is index.js. This is what I tried to do earlier, and it failed. But we can try again. So that says it isn't working. And we can just do an export gear template. Person template, arrow template, gear template. And that's a quick optimization that you can do. The index file is nice because now I don't have those 3 lines there when they're not really. It's a more of a React UI type thing to do. Yeah, you could have just had a node, and that we'd yeah, I think it's good the way it is, honestly. There is room for improvement, of course, but I'll leave that up for you all to do and make better. Showed you how to do components. It's just another component that you need to do. So, to the answer of is it going to be a 3 or 4 part video, we're going to keep this to be a 3-part video. This will be the last video in the series, or at least the raw series where you got this working. In the next video next week, I am going to go through this whole video one more time, or this whole series one more time, but this time it's going to be in a condensed video. You're not going to see me struggle as much, and I'm just going to be pulling numbers like I have them memorized. The screen will be off to the side. By the time this video comes out, this page will be updated to being what the final video will be, and then this part 1, part 2, part 3 will just show the one video with everything more organized. Yeah, so I think that's everything. So if you have time, please vote in this poll. We're having a new icon that we're trying to determine which one's the best one. We have option 1, 2, and 3. So please vote. It will mean the world to me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching Gears. It's the raw version if you stayed this far. And I'll see you next week for the more seamless, less struggling version of it. And there's many more tutorials planned after this. I have another 2-part tutorial where I'm going to be doing actual REST API calls to connect to the network as part 1, and then part 2 will be user information to make a nice interactive video, or not interactive, but a nice dynamically created video using the information we get from the internet. That's going to be a work in progress, and that's coming up at the end of the year. And then we'll see if Motion Canvas releases what I'm waiting on. So there's some new features that I'm eagerly excited for. If not, then I'll continue on to the next series after Motion Canvas. So until then, thank you so much, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.